Happy New Year! Hey guys, hey Captain Algebra, welcome. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday as well. I'm totally lost like what day it is of the week. It's been very weird with the holiday. Hey Deadeye, how's it going? I just responded to your DM. Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I could have gone to MagFest. I didn't realize that this weekend, like, my wife would be around. I probably could have gone this weekend actually, but well, now it's too late, and I probably should save some money anyway. But next year I hope to go. Level 1 online, how's it going? I'm doing okay. I'm excited to be streaming again. It's been, according to YouTube, the last time I streamed was December 20th, and it feels like it's been forever. And I missed a bunch of streams while I was away. We were visiting friends, we were visiting family, and there's not a great internet connection there. And then we went to hang out with some friends at their house in upstate New York, and there is no internet there except for intermittent access on my phone. So I didn't get to watch any streams. I didn't really even get to do much on social media. But I did manage to make some progress on Ocarina of Time, which was one of my goals for that weekend. So, Old Dirty Gamer, how are you? Pac in Action, yes, Pac-Mania. This was one of the games I picked up in Colorado when I was there for the Denver Pop Culture Con. Denver Pop Fusion? What do they call that? Anyway, I went game hunting with Nefarious West, and this was one of the games I picked up. So, oh, it's your first year, did I? Awesome, yes. Oh, Midwest Classic. I'm going to try to make it to some gaming cons next year if I have the money and if I have the time to get away. Definitely going to try to make it to too many games in Philadelphia or just outside Philadelphia, finally. But MagFest was great. I had a great time, and such a great venue for homebrew, indie gamers. So I'd love to get back to that. Renaissance, Happy New Year, welcome. Yeah, Midwest Gaming, I need to go to some of these. Game audio is a tad bit louder, great. I was trying to adjust it, and it looked like it was a little hot, so I'm gonna lower it some more. Thank you. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better. Thank you, Level 1. Let me know if that is better. The game audio sounds a little bit grating, honestly. Not as grating as my voice, but... So, yeah. More cons would be great. Unfortunately, going to gaming cons, I end up wanting to spend money on games, which is not a good thing. Hold on, I'm going to open the soda here. And anyway, yeah, I'm glad to be back to streaming. My wife and I were going to stream last night. She wanted to stream Eternal Darkness. And we both fell asleep before midnight. And then we just didn't have the motivation to do it. So we might stream that on Friday night. I'd like to get back to Luigi's Mansion, which I think she's cooling on, so I may finish that one on my own, and then we'll do. But we may stream that and some Eternal Darkness on the GameCube. It'd be fun. Thank you, Level 1. I've got to start looking at the visual stereo mixer on the OBS to figure out whether the game's too loud, because every game is different for some reason. Yeah, VGS. I need to start playing the Homebrew Challenge. I have the pack on my EverDrive already, so... And Christmas 2018 looks pretty good. Now, that demo file is the actual full game, though, right? Because I had that file already, and it says Xmas 18 demo, but I think it's the full game. So... I also bought Christmas 2019, and I think the demo is available, and I don't know if that's the full game or not, but it's nice to finally have one of the cartridges that has the Christmas lights in it. So, do you know if 19 is the full game as well? Because I really wanted to get the Study Hall 2. Anyway, good to see you guys. Hope you're all doing well, enjoying the new year. This is my first stream of the new year, and it's my first NES Alphanumeric stream of 2020. We're up to 145, which is pretty cool. And I don't tend to look at the stats that much. Like, I don't care as much about, like, subscribers and views and things like that. But I am at 396 subscribers, which is pretty phenomenal, I have to say. So hopefully we'll hit 400 in the next month or so. And I don't know, I should do something special, like a giveaway or something for 400. 2019 demo's a full game also, so I could have saved some money, but I'm happy to support them, and it definitely is cool to have one of those flashing cartridges. Very nice. All right, adjusting my stream here a little bit. Cool. So I actually don't know if this game is any good. It always looked pretty cool to me, which is why I picked it up. Like the Lego blocks and all that stuff look neat. The isometric view. So we'll see how this is, and then if this game sucks, or if we put in an hour and we don't feel like continuing, I've got a whole box of more NES games to play. These are not all my NES games, of course, but these are some of the ones that I've been kind of working through slowly here and there whenever I feel like it. Like Nightmare on Elm Street's in here. You know, we've got a bunch of different games, and some favorite games are in here too, like Darkwing Duck and Journey to Silius. I also have my EverDrive on standby, but I've been kind of thinking about playing a Star Wars game recently because I saw Rise of Skywalker like a lot of people did, and I'm going to save the Star Wars games on the NES for when I actually get to them in NES Alphanumeric. But I've been looking at the Super Star Wars games, which I know Megadan was playing recently. But I think I might play the Famicom Star Wars game, which is completely bonkers. So I might do that tonight, unless you guys have a different request that you'd like to see. Hi, Wrestling with Games. Good to see you as well. Welcome. All right, so I've been yammering on for long enough. We're gonna get started and see how this goes. I looked at the manual just before starting the stream, and it's just Pac-Man, except you can jump. So there's. I'll probably play this for about an hour at least, unless it's really terrible. If it's terrible, we'll give up. We'll stop sooner. But I usually put in at least an hour if the game is okay. Exactly, Scorpion Vader. So we'll give this at least an hour, unless it's bad. Huh. Round 1, round 2, round 4, round 6. There are other levels, I assume, in there, so that's interesting. Blocktown, Pac-Man's Park, Sandbox Land, and Jungly Steps, which I cannot select. That's very interesting. Yeah, you guys do anything fun for the new year or over the break? All right, let's give this one a try here. Welcome to Pac-Man's World. Let's have fun with Pac-Man. Let's go to Blocktown. Blocktown. The manual said it was called Blacktown, and I was very confused. Alright, so this is Pac-Man, only it's kind of like the Pac-Man like Championship Edition or whatever, or that one, selecting down is tricky for some reason. There's like one of those challenge ones that you can play with multiplayer. Kind of reminds me of that. So you can jump, fruit target. This is cute. I like the layout here. The Lego blocks are really what sold me on it. So I got the super thing, right? So I can eat this guy. Okay. And I guess I can jump over them. Oh, okay. It's kind of neat. Woo! Nice. That feels incredibly empowering after not being able to do anything in any of the games except for Miss Pac-Man. Is that the finish line? Am I supposed to go to the finish line, or do I have to go there after I collect all the dots? Wow. So how did he learn this new ability? Could he always jump and he just never tried, or he been training? Like, I don't even care about high scores. I'm just gonna... Where do these guys even go? Oh, that's where they come out. That's not the finish line. I have to get all the dots. Okay, this is just regular Pac-Man. That's their little corral over there. Okay, let me get these dots over here. Whoop. It's really nice to be able to jump over these guys. Whoa. Yes. Round cleared. Good job. Thank you. All right, welcome to Pac-Man's Park. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pac-Man Theater. All right. Whoa, many colors of ghosts. All right, hold on. We're going to pause for a second and catch up on the chat here. Can never stay up till the ball drop. Don't even try anymore. We were going to do a stream into midnight, which I guess a lot of other people were doing anyway. We did watch the ball drop. I managed to find a stream on my phone real quick, but we couldn't. I didn't even have time to go and like open a bottle of champagne or anything. Hi, Red Ox. Thank you. Every time I put on a Darkwing shirt, I wonder, will Red be there? I think she'll appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so this game's feeling pretty good so far. The controls are decent. Being able to jump is amazing. I like the level design. Now, I probably overpaid for this. So the sticker price on this was about $20, and I know We got this at Level 5 Games, which is a great store in Colorado, a great franchise in Colorado. And they were really good about, you know, negotiating for a better price. So, look at that guy with the googly eyes. I like that you can jump in between the corners. That yellow guy is confusing because it looks like me. Whoa, you can jump over 2 of them. I feel like the Fawn's like jumping over a shark on my motorcycle. Special items, so that's something I should go get, I think. It's a green dot. What does that do? Oh, it makes me faster, except I ran into a ghost. Wow, okay. Hold on a second here. So yeah, I paid $20. Well, the sticker price was 20, but I paid less for that. I hate that we have to stream on the same night. Yes, yes. Are you streaming? What are you streaming tonight? I was up until midnight, but my wife didn't make it. My wife would not have made it if I hadn't come downstairs to wake her up. I fell asleep putting my son to bed, which happens very often, and I woke up and realized it was getting on towards midnight, so I came down to see if she was awake because she was going to be working, but she had fallen asleep, so I woke her up and we managed to ring in the new year, and then I think she went up to bed and I hung out for a little while longer, just messing around online. Did the champagne but not the ball drop. Yeah. Try this with my upgraded Advantage when I finish it. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I've had the box with the parts over it. I haven't even opened the box, so I don't even know if the parts are in there. But yeah, I've played. The controller's pretty good without the official arcade parts. This is the Retrobit Power Stick, which is their sort of knockoff version of the NES Advantage, but it has micro switch buttons instead of the NES Vantage buttons, which I never really liked. So the NES Advantage always felt mushy to me, and I've tried to use it. I keep trying to use it, and it keeps not working. But I did try it on Dragon Spirit a little bit, and it was pretty good. And I used it actually on Galaga on the NES, and I got one of my highest scores for that. It's for one of those not-so-weekly retro challenges, and I didn't get the highest score in that thing, but I definitely did my personal best with that controller, so that was really cool. So I think with these new buttons, it's going to be even better. So yeah, I should totally try this with that. Up to almost 1, cause of the neighborhood raucous party that you could hear out the window. Great. I wanted to see Renaissance stream just because I figured people would be going wild out in New York. Is this the infamous Pac-Man game that was on the AtGames plug-and-play device? I don't think so. I don't think so. The AtGames plug-and-play was supposed to have the arcade Pac-Man, but it had the NES Pac-Man instead. This is Pac-Mania, which is a different game. I think this was also an arcade game, but this is an unlicensed NES game. Oh, you're not streaming tonight, going to bed early. Oh, didn't sleep. Gotcha. Oh, you make quilts too? That's really cool. We've got some very nice quilts that a friend of ours has made. Next week we're streaming again. You got one of the Kazoon songs. Oh, the Moon theme. All right, I have to go back to listen to that. That's awesome. I probably would have gotten that one at least. I would have gotten that one at least. Yeah. So far, I mean, it's Pac-Man. It's pretty mellow right now. I'm enjoying this. It's kind of weird not being able to see the full screen, but that was one of the things that didn't bother me that much about Ms. Pac-Man. Oh, this is a wide board. There's the name of the game right there in the middle. This is interesting. This is very interesting. The graphics look pretty good to me. It's pretty rudimentary, I'm sure, you know, by NES standards, but yeah. I can't even understand this layout. What's going on? A fruit target. Okay. Did you see that? His eyes moved when I jumped over him. That's awesome. Oh, the fruit. The fruit disappeared. Why is that one glowing? What does that mean? Oh, can I not eat that one? I bet I can't eat that one. Or no, he must be faster. He's got that green power-up thing that made me faster, I bet. It's also kind of interesting because you wouldn't think Pac-Man would necessarily work in 3 dimensions, but it looks pretty decent, I think. All right. So I'm like 2 levels in, and already I'm feeling pretty good about my purchase here. Sometimes when I have a bunch of I have more NES games than I could ever really want, but I have an EverDrive, but I still pick up new games, and I tend to prioritize games that are in the next like letter, or the current letter, or the next letter that I'm running in the alphabet, because that's just a nicer way of saying, okay, well, let me narrow down the games that I want to this little subset and pick up a couple more, you know. So I picked this one up. Still have some Lizette's Darkwing fabric. Interesting. Oh, you know, I need to get. I should definitely get something. Get you to make something for that. What was I trying to think of? I was trying to think of something. It's like, first of all, you should be making some of your little clutches for the Switch Lite, which I don't have. I don't have a Switch Lite, but I bet people would like one for their Switch Lite. But what was I thinking that I would want a clutch for? There's something I wanted it for. I can't remember what it was. My son has a 2DS now. Let me see if I can think about that. Whoa, that was close. He doesn't just jump, but he jumps pretty high. Like, I'm not sure yet about the AI on this, like how, if these guys are predictable and how they move. What is that? I'm assuming that the fruit. Oh wow, okay. I'm assuming that the fruit, like the points, will give you 1-ups at some point. Even his little 1-ups, his little 1-up icons are like super happy looking. Look at that. Whoa. That one looks super angry. Look at him. That red guy is really mean. He's just bouncing around. Alright. Wow. Yes. Eduardo, hello. Welcome. Funky's at play. Be careful, beware of jumping monsters. Uh-oh, now it's gonna get harder, huh? Now it's gonna get harder. Happy New Year, Eduardo. Welcome. What was I thinking about getting a clutch for? I don't remember. I have to think about that. Is that one for my GBA? You got me? Just looking for excuses. If you guys don't know about Red Ox's game clutches, check out her Etsy page. Feel free to drop a link in, Nicole. She makes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game clutches in the fabric of your choice. Oh, that didn't work. That guy was jumping, but I also probably wouldn't have cleared those 3 guys. I guess the music has changed a little bit too. Special item. Let's go get that. So red dot. What does the red dot do? It's making... What? What? I thought I could kill you. Okay. Now, and I believe you get 2 continues with this game, so... Oh boy. Alright, this is getting a little bit harder. Did I say this was easy? I was wrong. Whoa. Whoa. Ah! No, 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 no. Whoa. Get the fruit. Extend. What is... What? Did I get a life? I got a life. Oh, man. That green one jumps. Okay. I had a Game Boy Pocket, and then nothing until the 3DS. Maybe my hands are too big. I don't like the control layout. What, the 3DS? Yeah, the control layout on the 3DS actually isn't great. The thing that's not good, it depends on the games, because I don't like it when the D-pad isn't lined up with the A and the B buttons. I had some trouble with the 3DS when I was playing Ocarina a lot. But, you know, I've gotten used to it. The buttons are too small as well, and something about the way that I have to hold the thing isn't wonderful. I like the GBA, the Game Boy Advance. That's why I modded that one with the backlight. But I did bring I brought my SP, my GBA SP, along with me to do the Game Boy Challenge on Video Game Sage. Just because it's more portable and easier to see in like brighter light settings, like if I'm outside. But my SP's, my modded advance is really nice. Wow, you're fast. That guy has that red. That guy has that green power up, I think, because he's faster. What would have been cool is if they put that boost option into this game too, so you could speed up like Miss Pac-Man can. In the Tengen version. I don't actually know how many levels this game has. There were those 6 worlds that you could choose from. Fruit target. Yeah, I don't know how the AI works in this yet. Oh, wow, they're just ganging up on me. Oh, God. The 3DS, yeah, those buttons. Yes, I am absolutely considering the Mr. Oh, geez. I'm absolutely considering the Mr. Eduardo. It's in my wish list. I'm gonna get it whenever if I sell another book or something. I'll probably pick it up. I've got so many other ways to play retro games that it's not a huge priority. But I definitely want that. Oh, okay. The green ones jump. So can I just run under him then? I wonder. Or does he just jump if you jump? That's an interesting thing to figure out. Oh god. Do you have a Mr. Eduardo? Yeah, I'd really like to get one. I mean, I figure it takes a little bit of doing to like set it up, and you know, these things I tend to spend more time setting them up than I do actually playing them. Like I have a RetroPie that I took forever to set up, and I hardly ever play it. Okay, I need to try running under those green ones. And I've got the Genesis Mini, and I'm planning to mod that maybe even later tonight, depending on when I finish my stream. But I definitely would like a more authentic way to play some of these games, for sure. I want to be on the bleeding edge of classic gaming, you know? Wow, okay, that was tricky there. Phew. So I don't think you need to collect all the super pellets. Alright, we're going to Jungly Steps. See, that red one is so angry, look at him. And then the purple, the lavender one has these weird, funny little googly eyes. Oh my gosh, there's a big one. Is there a boss? I wonder if there's a boss. Oh my gosh, look at this. I wonder if you can go off the edges there. Playing a lot of Link of the Past randomizers lately. Yeah, that's cool. I wish I knew that game well enough to... I wish I knew any game well enough to play a randomizer and have that be, like, my thing. You got an SNES 8-bit controller. Yeah, oh, the USB ones. Those are nice. The D-pads supposedly have gotten better on those. I've got the NES one that has, like, the same number of buttons as the SNES stick, and I use it for, like, almost every console. The only problem is sometimes on the... when I'm playing the NES, it like, cuts out for a second, or it lags, so I don't always use it. I'm not using it tonight. Like, when I'm streaming, I'm using it, like, in a wired controller just because it's safer. I think my computer might interfere with the Bluetooth signal or something. I don't know. Guess the ghost used the gang up attack to balance out the difficulty. Yeah, level 1. And there's so many more of them, too. You played your Super NT every week but today. Yeah, I mean, I use my retro USB AVS almost every day when I have time to game. Although, you know, I've been playing more variety of things. Yeah, you got a Pi. You really want save states. Can't you do save states on the Pi? I can, I think. It's like RetroArch. Able to get the DE10 Nano for 110 on sale. Yeah, that's pretty good. Everything else bought slowly after, like the RAM, the case, the heat sinks, the fan. Yeah, I definitely want the RAM. And I'd love to have a case for it, of course, instead of just having like a board hanging out. But yeah, everything else is kind of optional. Someone's selling Misters built in already. Huh. Yeah, if you've got a link to that, drop that in there. I mean, I'll take a look at it. If it's not that much more expensive. You know, the thing is, I don't mind tinkering with stuff. I don't mind doing the stuff. I just then tend to not do it right away. Like, I had the parts to do the backlight mod on my GBA for maybe 6 months before I finally actually did it. And same with the RetroPie. Whoa, this guy's moving super fast. Wow, everything's moving faster. Oh god. Okay, this is getting hard now. You know, I like doing those little projects. So I don't think setting up the Mister is going to be beyond me. I just think it's going to be, you know, something that I'm going to sink a lot of time into. See, I feel like when I eat the red one, I should be able to get the red one's powers. Wow, that was fast. Okay, this is definitely getting harder here. Guess we won't be no death running this tonight. I should go get that special item and see what that is. Phew, caught that one. Okay, so I got the red one, and I don't know what the red item does. I didn't even see that in the manual. I don't know what the red dot does. Maybe it's like red matter. Alright, that's my second continue, so this one's gonna end pretty soon. Alnonymous. MrAddons.com. Okay, I have seen that URL before. Alright. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, I've got so many consoles though. My wife got me the C64 Mini, which, yeah, I know that's not... I actually had been looking at the full-size version of it. I know the C64 Mini isn't, like, the best way to play these games, the C64 games. I'm not even sure if I'm going to like them, but it's, like, down to $30 now, so it seemed like it was worth trying it out. And so he'll jump whenever you jump. And if you don't jump, I'm guessing he won't jump. Alright, that's interesting. Oh, so that makes them flash. Oh, it makes them, like, about to, they flash temporarily. So I must have gotten an extra... No, that was my last continue. Okay, I'm, like, running out of lives now. This is terrible. Yikes. Whoa, no. Okay. So fast. I guess I could have eaten that one. Yeah, so C64 Mini, I haven't even plugged it in yet. But I'm interested in trying it out. I meant to tell you, Nicole, Cora said that she did not get me Super Mario Maker 2 for Christmas because I have not played that much Super Mario Maker. So that's fair. So I may play... Oh no, I was so close. I think I just have to get that one dot. So that's fair. I mean, I tend to not play open-ended games like that. Oh, open-ended games like that much because I want to play things that have an actual, like, ending to them. So how far did I get? Jungly something. Alright, okay. Can I put in my initials? Did I even make a high score? I don't think I did. Okay. Wow. I don't know how 2 players works, if it's simultaneous or not. His Twitter, you need to add his Discord and then wait for the orders to open. I've not done it yet. He keeps removing the link. Do I have any mods in here? Why aren't some of you mods? I think Renaissance is a mod, right? Yeah. If somebody wants to approve the link, then please do that. Can I make somebody a mod from here? I don't think I can. I'll have to make some more mods later. I haven't done it in a while. Alright, so I made it to jungly something or other. Let me see if I can jump ahead. There's this one, right? Wait, it's unselectable still? Huh. Is that the last round? Because I made it pretty far then. Well, let's just jump ahead to round 4 and do Sandbox Land. And then we'll see. There's got to be some way to make somebody a mod just in like the YouTube interface here in the chat. Alright, we'll try round 4 and see how that goes. I wonder if the jungly one is the last one. Or if there's more stages after that. In that case, we almost... Well, I guess I had to use continues, but we almost beat the game. Maybe it just loops after that. Seems like something Pac-Man would do, right? Can I go in their little corral? Nope. That was close. I have no idea if this is a decent port of the arcade game, but it's pretty neat. I wonder if my son would like this more than the regular Pac-Man. I think he gets bored with it. Whoa, boy. Oh, nuts. Yeah, right? The Mario Maker 2, yeah. And I still think that the Wii gamepad is better for designing levels anyway. So, I don't know. But, you know, I've got Link's Awakening, so that's cool. I'll play that. And I may pick up Ring Fit Adventure at some point. Just got too many games to play. I want to get Twilight Princess HD, which I think I was talking about earlier. Courage bonus. That's exciting. What's a courage bonus? How do you get that? Alright, hold on a second here. Do I have Mario Kart or Mario Party? For the Switch, no. I have Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and I probably will not get the Switch version. I even ended up buying all the. I don't really know how to get past those green guys. I ended up buying all the DLC on the Wii U as well, just to get the extra levels. Oh, the green thing's fast. There we go. It's really not very helpful. So, Link's Awakening on the Switch is better. Is it better than the Game Boy Color? I think probably not. I think it is the selling point is that it has the updated graphics and some cool music, but apparently, oh geez, apparently it's basically the same game. It's basically the same game, but I have not played it again. I loved it on Game Boy. I never played the Game Boy Color version, but I played it on Game Boy, and it's I like it more than Link to the Past because I played it first, and I didn't have a Super NES at the time. And so it was kind of like my way of getting to play the Super NES version of Zelda, but on like at home and on a portable console. So I definitely wanted Link's Awakening just to have it, and to get to play it again. But I have the Game Boy version too, so apparently it's the same game. Like I think they haven't changed any of the layouts of things or the. I wonder if you can just hop. I haven't tried that. Do you jump the same height every time? Let's see. Yeah, you do. Okay. So I don't think there's maybe some quality of life enhancements. I guess the Game Boy never had enough buttons for all the things you need to do, so it was a little bit tedious. But it's essentially the same game. Like you can't quite map it 1-to-1. That would have been neat if they could have done that, like with like Dragon's Trap. Didn't make it. I have the Game Boy Color and Switch ones. It is very faithful. Besides the graphics upgrades, their quality of life improvements like more buttons. Yep. Yeah. Plus, well, I mean, so it was like, plus you can play it on your TV. You can play it, it's easier to stream. But, you know, I can play Game Boy games on my TV too, so I'm not doing great here. These green guys are annoying. Would be nice if you could sort of scroll to see what's left of the level. I don't think this loops, or maybe it's just looping. Is that what's happening here? That could be what's happening here. Yeah. Game Boy Color and Pi can play on TV. Yes. I've got the Game Boy Player on the GameCube. Do you get much lag on your Raspberry Pi? I think there's a little bit of lag on mine. Because I was playing Mickey Castle of Illusion on my Pi, and then I played it on the Mini, and the Mini has like a tiny little bit of lag too, but there's definitely more lag on the Pi version, I thought. Okay, good night, Shannon. Depends on what you want. Plus, Link makes those hut sounds in the new one. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Like, the game is just super cute. Like, it's really cute. And you're not gonna like that if you. Oh wow, look at that. That was cool. If you don't like Wind Waker, you probably don't like the new sprites either. But you can't even call them sprites, I guess. I gotta get away from these guys. They're everywhere. Oh man, those green ones. I like that the sound effect is the same from like the NES game. Yikes, gotta get away from them. He's too fast, boy. You gotta get away from the green guys too, because they're just like, oh man, darn it. Alright, let's see if we can clear this and see what happens after this stage. If I can, in fact, clear it. Okay, they just come. They're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. I need to get you away from me. Go away. I'm sure there's some sort of strategy involved with this instead of just reacting to everything like I've been doing. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these green guys. Go away. Get the fruit. Guys, the slip. Oh, and the green guy. Oh boy, this is bad. Eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him. All the troublemakers go away. Oh, nuts. Ugh. Never had a Pi, never know nothing about them. Yeah, I was asking Eduardo about the lag. I think there's a little bit of lag. Not so that it's terrible, you know. I mean, I think it's a fine way to play a bunch of games. I've got some on there. Oh boy, yikes. So fast. Ugh. But yeah, the Pi, I wasn't able to really emulate C64 on it very well, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted the C64 Mini. Oh, boy. Crap. Oh, yes. All right, let's see what happens after this. Is there another thing? Does it just loop? What is this? It's another version of this. Okay. Yikes. These are hard. I wonder if you clear it, if you unlock it, if it's selectable now that I've gotten past it. Because there's got to be a way to select it if it's on the selection screen. Otherwise, why would you put it there, right? And what is that? A baseball bat? I think the only strategy for the oh, that's a new ghost, isn't it? Only strategy for the green. Oh, ice cream. Is this black? Oh, the black one jumps too. I do not have a favorite C64 game because I've never really played any C64. You know, my cutoff was always NES in terms of old games, but some of the C64 games look really pretty good because I guess that's an 8-bit system. So I figure I'm trying to expand my my interests to more 8-bit systems that aren't the NES. Is that my last continue? All right, let's see if they'll let me select this stage now. No. Why is it on here if I can't select it? The frack. C64. Yeah. I actually prefer Twilight Princess because there's dark atmosphere and creepy cutscenes. Yeah. Is the new Pi out? Oh yeah, people have been talking about that. I think the new Pi is out, but the I don't know if there's a new Retro Pi build for it yet. But people have been talking about the Run Forward emulation. Now, Run Forward is an option on my Pi, but I guess it doesn't work, or I guess it doesn't do anything. Your favorite 64 game was Dial-Up Internet. Excellent. Did you ever finish that one? Yeah, but if you guys have any C64 games to recommend, I can load up apparently some other games. That's the other thing I have to update. I forgot. I was updating all these like retro things today. You can update the C64 with a new firmware that lets you play games off of a USB stick, I believe. So that's something else to mess with. Oh, the green one. Now, I guess you can jump, maybe, and then, like, you could probably jump and then slide under him, maybe? I don't know. Tricky, though. They should make a new Faceball 2000 with Pac-Man in it. Like a first-person... Have they ever made a first-person Pac-Man game? Bunch of C64 homebrews coming out? Yes, I've been following someone who's making a really cool looking shooter on the C64. I forget her handle, but it looks very neat, and I definitely want to check out some of those too. I want to try Super Gianna Sister, or no, is it Super, it's like something Gianna Sisters, Great Gianna Sisters on the C64 as well. Did I get the Neo Geo Mini too? No, so the Neo Geo Mini, it's mostly like fighting games, which I'm not that into. I have the Metal Slug games already on the Wii. I just wasn't that interested in the game selection as much, and I think you can hack it, but the other problem was, like, it's mostly a, sort of a portable console kind of thing, like a pocket console, and I had heard, I saw the review of it, and it's really apparently not very good. Like, the video output is really not good on it, so I skipped it. And I know it's a little bit cheaper, but I'm not going to get that. I'm probably going to get, I'm getting the TurboGrafx Mini, I believe. And that one, like, I kind of felt the same way about the Genesis Mini, but, even if they're never, like, hacked to add more games, like, it's got a good enough lineup that I don't really need more on there. I feel like the TurboGrafx 16 has a lot of the ones that you really want to see on there anyway. Once they added Rondo of Blood, it was a done deal for me. And I have that on my Wii, and I've beaten it already. Okay. I'm not really doing great here. And I don't know how to unlock that stage 6. We've been retweeting them lately. The C64 homebrews? Cool. I'll have to take a look at those for sure. Yeah, hopefully I'll like it. I don't know. I heard that the controller isn't great for it. The one that is boxed with. I might try another USB controller if it supports those. I don't know if the 8BitDo like Bluetooth dongle will work with it or not. Probably not. Ooh. Ah, those green ones are annoying. But yeah, the mini consoles are getting out of hand because I have now I have so many of them. They're just like littering the TV up here. I guess I could put some of them downstairs, and if I wanted to stream them or play one of the games, I could just bring it upstairs. Because right now they're not even all plugged in, honestly, so I should do it that way. I tend to keep one plugged in to the TV, like one of the extra inputs on the TV, and then I have another one plugged in for streaming, and then if I want to stream one, I could just swap at least they all have like USB. They take the same USB power cord, and they all work with the same HDMI, so I can just swap them pretty easily. So I should just keep some of them downstairs, I think, now that I think about it. So, and they're just kind of cluttering the space up, and then whichever one I'm playing, because I'm not going to need them all plugged in all at the same time. I kind of want to keep the Super NES one around, because there are definitely more games on there that I'm likely to just kind of play, and the Genesis one, but I could keep the PlayStation one downstairs. And we've got another TV in the basement too, so I could put some games on there. Should move the PlayStation one down there, and maybe the C64 one. Like whichever ones I'm actively playing, I guess I should keep up here. Yikes! Yikes! Oh man, this is really getting hard. So yeah, because we've just got too many of these mini consoles like hanging out now. I didn't get them just to have them on the shelf though. But I got the AtGames Legends Flashback as well, mainly for Fix-It Felix Jr., but I also put Genesis ROMs on there. And some Super NES games that don't work on the SNES Mini. Just in general, I have too many games to play and stream. Like, there's just not enough time for everything. Alright, so I'm in Jungly Steps, and I finished this one, but it wouldn't let me select it. I wonder how you get it to let you select it. And there's that green guy, that big guy, so I wonder if you have to beat him. You probably have to do a couple of rounds of this, because it looks like there was another iteration of this afterwards, which was just a different color, so maybe you can't do it unless you beat them all. That seems reasonable, right? We'll see. See if that is the case. And I need to not run into that guy. Do I have the Atari flashback? I don't. So Atari, is one of those systems I haven't been able to get into. It's just, you know, the way that some people I'm sure feel about the NES looking too rudimentary compared to modern games, like the Atari just looks way too blocky. So that's one that I have loaded a bunch of games on the Raspberry Pi just to play. Like, there's some that I definitely want to play just to see. Like, I want to try Pitfall, and like Adventure, like some of the classic ones. And oh, that's rough. And that's kind of good enough for me. And I know I know the Atari joystick doesn't work for me. I played one of those plug-and-play ones a while back. It looked like an Atari joystick, and you plugged it into the TV. And I swear that it gave me essentially like carpal tunnel. It messed up my wrist, I'm pretty sure. For like the longest time, I had to wear a brace, and it wasn't. And of all the things that it could have been, you know, in terms of like, you know, spending a lot of time in a keyboard and writing, I feel like that thing is what broke me. That and having a kid. Yeah, so Atari has not held much nostalgia or draw for me. And that could be a mistake. Like that was. But Atari Flashback looks pretty good, you know. And you can actually load some Atari games on the Legends Flashback that I have. I need to stream it at some point. I want to stream some... Oh, interesting. I think... Do you move faster when you jump? No, I don't think so. Yikes. Atari hurts. Yeah. I know, I'm pretty sure, I think the first video game I ever played was probably an Atari. It was probably my friend's Atari, and I think it was probably Millipede. I thought it was Centipede, but I think it was Millipede. Oh, no, I think it was Centipede, maybe. I thought it was Millipede, but I think it was Centipede, probably. Yikes. Okay. This is hard. Oh. It's gross. Let's get that last spot, and then I can advance. Oh, man. Alright, well. Great. Great, great, great. Now I have to start all over again. 7800 has great homebrews. The 7800 looks a little bit better than the 2600 to me. I just want to see how to get this thing selectable, and I think I have to beat it in order to select it. And then I don't know how many levels there are after that. If you get the wrong configuration of these ghosts, I just don't see how you survive here. Alright, I think I'm gonna try to clear like a quadrant before wandering around all over the place. So the power up also slows them down, which is nice. You better run. See, I've got a lot of mini consoles. I like them. I like loading up just the games from that console on them instead of, you know, loading everything up. I don't use the NES Mini at all, despite spending a lot of time setting it up. You know, with the Hack-G and everything, there's just too much lag on it, and it's noticeable to me because I play NES so much. That is the one that I have a good basis of comparison for it. I don't know Genesis very well, so I don't really notice if something doesn't feel authentic to me or not. Alright. Courage bonus. Thank you. And the Flashback has some pretty good games on it too. Not the Flashback, the Legends Ultimate. Whatever. Ugh. It has some arcade games on there. And I've thought about getting the Retrocade. A lot of people talk about how great the Super Retrocade is. But I haven't gotten that one yet. I think the Mister is gonna be the best long-term investment. Like I haven't gotten the I'm envious. I know Renaissance and Nicole got Super NTs for Christmas this year, and those are very cool. Like on some level I want it, and I kind of want that Mega SG. But they're really expensive, and I don't own cartridges for those things. Like I own 0 Genesis cartridges of my own. My wife has like 6, I think. And I own 6 Super NES games. So I would just be running ROMs off of them, which I'm just going to use the Mister for that, I think, you know, if I want them to feel authentic to me. But part of it's also like, how much do I want to invest in these things? So I use the Mini to play Super NES games that I've never played before. And I feel like the SNES Mini doesn't have much lag to it. Like I beat Super Metroid on that. Yikes. Follow the purple guy. Oops. Super NT hype. Can I beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out? No, because I have not played enough Punch-Out. I've never tried to beat that game, really. It's on my list. It's actually right here. It's one of the cartridges that I have out to practice at some point. That's one I'd definitely like to play, and I'll probably end up playing that on my CRT, just because I think even with the AVS that I'm playing on right now, there's probably some lag. So no, I can't beat Mike Tyson, and I'm not sure even if I play the game and try to beat it, if I'll be able to beat Mike Tyson, because I'm not good at. I don't think I'm gonna be good at it. But I'm gonna try it for sure. But I know that's the test for lag, right? I was watching T-Belly play Punch-Out a while back last year. He couldn't do it. He was playing on the NES Classic, and you know, we were all like, "You got to play this on a CRT, dude." And he played on a CRT, and he beat it, you know, and he got really good at it. So that's definitely one that I think you need a CRT for it. But I know some people can do it. I think if you've beaten him before and you're good at it, you can kind of correct for the lag. If you look into a mirror and say Super NT, then Red Ox will appear. That's going to come in handy. Hey, Jack. Super NT 3 times. Say Super NT 3 times in a mirror. It's like... say potato backwards. Otatop, Otatop. No, you actually have to say potato backwards. I love that little gag in Darkwing Duck. Vampire potato. Oh, okay. I think I need to follow the lavender guy. Hard but doable. Yeah, I think if you know it well enough, you can anticipate the lag and then compensate for it. Those green guys, the problem is those green guys always team up. So if you can split them up for a little while, you might just have a chance. I just want to see what happens when I beat these levels. If I can unlock level 6. Ugh. I'm really, oh crap. I'm really glad that you're getting so much enjoyment out of the Super NT, Nicole. And when you get if you get the AVS, you're gonna love it too. Retro USB AVS. It's definitely one of the best retro purchases I've made, because I use it so often. Even though I have, you know, other ways to play NES games. Even though I have an EverDrive, like I still like plugging in the cartridges. It's just that's my particular nostalgia, you know. NES was my system. It still is. So. That guy is so freaking fast. Get off my tail, dude. I guess Pac-Man doesn't really have a tail, but you know what I mean. Oh man, this is a bad scene. Oh, hey cat. Alright, I don't know if we're gonna beat this stage tonight or not. Cat is lying on my arm now. Very helpful. Very helpful. Nothing like the corners of the NES controller digging into your hand. However, if you see the controller that I'm using the Hudson Soft Joy-Card Sansui SSS, and it has rounded corners like this, like the Famicom controller does. And this is a fantastic controller, and it is my go-to. I have one here. I have one down in my game corner, game room, plugged into my NES, and I've got like another one is in a complete in box. EverDrive Pro is out with 100 save states per game available. Yes, I know. Well, the Famicom one is out. That's how you know it's the true Battle Kit experience. Yeah, the Pro is very impressive looking, and I'm tempted, but I don't really want. Sometimes I do rely on save states, and I know that's a whole thing right now, but I don't really need anything encouraging me to make more save states. The only thing I need multiple save states for is a game that I'm trying to like learn how to no death run. And there's like a workaround. So my AVS currently has, oh man, where's that other dot? There's got to be another one that I've missed someplace. There it is. My EverDrive currently has like save states for every stage of Darkwing Duck that I made. You can make a manual save state. If you make a save file and then you like rename it a certain way, you can then save games from the SRAM, like the save state, manually assign a save state to one of those files. So that's how I'm going to practice that for no death runs. And there are like 3 games on the EverDrive Pro that you can run that you can't run on the regular EverDrive. So I don't know if I'm going to spend like $140 to upgrade it. I might consider selling my existing EverDrive and then buying the EverDrive Pro. So if anyone's shopping around for an EverDrive, let me know. But I may just keep it. Like it's I don't even use it all the time. I use it to play Famicom games occasionally, or games that are too expensive for me to ever own. And a lot of homebrews. I use it mostly for homebrews. So I don't really necessarily need the Pro. So I may not go for it. I don't know. I have all the cool controllers. I've got some cool controllers. I have the. So I think I need to finish this stage in order to unlock the selection. I have a couple of the Bijou zipper controllers, which are kind of similar. They're smaller than this one. They're more NES style, but they also have rounded edges, and they also come in funky colors. Funky, fresh colors. And there's even, oh crap, there's even a joystick option. You can get this little thumbstick that screws onto the D-pad. Alright, I can't continue anymore. Crap. There's a little joystick that screws onto the D-pad that lets you use a thumb pad on there. I hardly play the retro USB controller. Unfortunately, I don't. I actually like it a lot. I like the micro switches pretty well. The buttons are a little harder to press than a regular NES controller. I think it's pretty comfortable, but I can't use it on my AVS. There's something is interfering with the signal, so it just keeps dropping out, and then my character, like whoever I'm controlling, will just run off the side of the screen, or something will just glitch out. And it happens more frequently than it does with the 8-bit old Bluetooth controller that I have. So I still use that sometimes. But the AVS controller, wireless, retro USB wireless controller is just too finicky, I guess. And I can't figure out what's causing the interference. I thought it was the Wi-Fi box, the Wi-Fi router, but I've turned off the Wi-Fi router and it still happens. I thought it was interference from the speakers, but that doesn't seem to be the case because I turned off the speakers to play, so that shouldn't have been interfering with it. It could be another neighboring wireless device. I have no idea. If I use it to play downstairs in the basement, where there are definitely fewer signals interfering, it works fine. But my TV is like 2 feet away. Like I sit 2 feet away from the TV, so I don't need a wireless controller down there. So I just don't use it, and I should probably sell it, but I like it, so I'm probably going to keep it and hope that, if we have a different setup someday, that maybe it'll be more useful. Finicky $60 controller, and the thing is, nobody else has complained about it. I think I saw maybe one other person complain about it in a forum. I know Bob from Retro RGB tested it, but I don't think he used it as extensively as I did, so he may never have encountered that problem. I have no idea. It feels like it's got to be an issue in my environment as opposed to the actual controller. I'd love to use it if I could. It's a great controller. I used it in streams for a while, but again, it was because I was playing downstairs. It never gave me any problems, and that's another one. I bring it out every now and then, thinking surely now it'll work, And no, it doesn't. But you know what? I should email Brian and see if he has any suggestions on what I can do, because maybe he could send me another receiver. Maybe a different receiver would work better. I don't know, because I'd really like to use it more often. I just don't. And I could sell it, but I don't even know if anybody would buy the controller, and I'd want to sell it for close to $60 because that's what I paid for it, and I haven't used it all that much. I don't know. It works fine downstairs, but I don't need it downstairs. I need it up here where my TV is like 11 feet away from my couch. So I'm just using an extension cord right now. Yeah, I really like to be able to use it. It's a nice controller. It doesn't look pretty, you know. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know Greg Collins, I think, made a new enclosure for it, so it looks like an NES controller. It's like just, you can transplant the board. Like the parts match the NES controller 1-to-1. So you could theoretically transplant it into a regular NES controller shell, and it'll work, but there's no room for the battery. So Greg Collins made a slightly larger, you know, shell for it, so you can move all the parts over to it if you really just rather have the rectangular one. But you know, I can't use it. Now, it did have one other problem when I first got it. I took it apart. I wanted to do a breakdown of it, and when I put it back together again, I think that the D-pad, there's something about the D-pad. If this controller if the screws are too tight in the controller, then the D-pad was having some like weird issues. But aside from that, I mean, I fixed it. All I had to do was loosen the screws a little bit. And I think that there was a washer that I was missing. I think I lost a little plastic washer with it. So yeah, maybe it's not worth the $60 that I paid for it. But it works fine now. Like, it's very responsive, you know, when I don't have interference. Yeah, Bob from Rich RGB did that too. Like, he did the tear down of it, and he tried to put. I think he's the reason why this 3D printed shell exists, because he wanted one, because it almost fits. It almost just fits. Like, he mounted the battery outside of it and it was okay. So I don't know, but yeah, I should email Brian at Retro USB and see it, or message him and see if there's anything he can suggest. Because the other problem is I can't change the radio frequency on my Wi-Fi router because I forgot the password. And if I reset the box to reset the password, then and it's a custom password because I changed it because I wanted it to be more secure. Haha. If I reset the box, then I lose all the settings, and then I'd have to redo everything. Like all the devices that are connected to it, and I'm not going to do that. Do I meet those dudes at conventions? Like, which dudes? Like Rich RGB, and I've not met him. I mean, I listen to his podcast a lot, so I'm actually a you know, like a $1 Patreon supporter for him. The only folks I met at a convention I met the Retrotainment guys, who are awesome, the makers of the Haunted Halloween 85 and 86, and that's actually where I got those games. I got it at MagFest like 2 years ago. And I met Kevin Hanley from Kahan Games, and Bo from Soul Goose Productions. Those guys are awesome. And I met the other Kevin homebrewer. What's his name? I forget his last name, but I met another homebrewer. This was cool. I met Frank Cifaldi at MagFest last year, and that was awesome. Video Game Foundation guy who ran who like does a lot of video game preservation, and he's cool. I met him because I was hanging out in one of the retro rooms at MagFest, but they had like a computer room with like old computers and things like Vectrix's set up. I really want Vectrix, by the way. There's some guy sitting there playing a game like at the computer for like a long while. And I like looked at him and I was like, I think that's Frank Cifaldi. And you know, I asked him if it was Frank, who he was, like if it was Frank, and he said yes. And we hung out for a little while. I watched him play this game. It's fun to watch him play. He was playing, I forget the name of it. So something on Mars. It was like this, it's kind of this puzzle platformer. And, you know, then we hung out for a little bit. It was cool. That was a nice experience. So MagFest is a great convention. Feels like everybody was very approachable. You know, very, everyone has like the similar interests, of course. So that's a unifying thing. So I like how Pac-Man hops a little bit. Like he sort of bounces when he jumps, when he lands. It's kind of neat. This game has a lot of nice little touches to it, I think. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I wish I was able to clear this stage though, because I'm not gonna do it. Oh wait, hold on, maybe. Oh yes, finally. Okay. So I have to do the next one. This is a different color. I might be able to clear this with enough continues. Silver Productions is that Civac is Battle Kid, and no, I haven't met him. I am still at it. Oh, and I am having fun. This, you know what? This will probably be my last go because I want to try to clear the stage, and I think I have one continue left. So if I can do it. But after that, I'll switch to something else. It's pretty good, actually. I think it's a pretty good game. Try it out sometime on your EverDrive. This red guy is annoying, and these green guys are super annoying. Yeah, it's pretty neat, actually. I'm having more fun with it than certainly I expected to, so. Even though I bought it thinking that I was going to like the game, you never really know until you play it. And sometimes these unlicensed games are really bad, and sometimes they're actually better than licensed games. Trying to do this one a little bit smarter because I have to figure out how to dodge these green guys. I think the solution with the green guys is you see them, you run. And that pink guy, you see him, and when he gets too close, you jump over him and go in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, they often hang out together. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh crap! Yikes! That guy jumps too. I'm in trouble here. I gotta clear these dots. I just want to see what happens when I get to the next stage. If I can unlock the. Oh no, there's another dot somewhere. If I can unlock the selection mode here for this game, this stage here. I think he takes corners faster. There it is. Yes. All right. Let's see what's next. A superior Pac-Mania. Does it just loop? You've completed the 4 worlds, but you've only just begun. Stand by, the show must go on. Alright, this is what I wanted to find out what happens when you get through those 4 worlds. So I think it just loops. This is the first world again, but it's probably going to be faster and harder. Does that count as completing the game? I don't know. I don't know how many times you have to beat the game, or loop the game to win it. Super NES has a nice version of this. Castlemania Games, Happy New Year. How you doing, Ryan? Welcome. Am I going to be giving you a lot of money this year, Castlemania? I'm eyeing your next NES Repro or re-release or whatever they're calling them. Are you guys doing Hammer and Harry this year? Can you say? Okay, everything. This is faster, right? This is this is very fast. Like I'm moving faster too. This is like hard mode now. So I guess it loops, but I don't know how many times you have to loop in order to consider it beaten. I didn't use any save states though, or rewind, so. Did you guys catch that that debate over whether that Mike Matei started? That was one of the things I missed while I was offline, so I didn't really get involved with it. Yikes. Oh boy, this is kind of hard now because it's very fast. We're gonna lure these guys away and run up there and grab this last dot. That will be announced with pre-sales ETA soon. Yes, awesome. I'm totally buying that. Very, very cool. Cocaine fast. Thank you, Eduardo. Very good, Brian. That's awesome. I will happily promote the heck out of that. Did you figure out the Zapper thing, by the way? I haven't watched Mad Little Pixel's review yet, but I'm very entertained and intrigued. I may get that Zapper if the cord is any longer than the Tomy Zapper, at the very least. But yeah, you know, I'm not like a big YouTuber, but if you ever do want something tested, feel free to hit me up for that. I'd be delighted. Alright, do I need to eat the big dots to count? Do those count as dots? I guess they must count as dots, so I'm gonna go eat that one too. I thought they didn't count as dots, but they do. Just bought a bunch of stuff for testing. Okay. I mean, Hyperkin can be hit or miss for sure. Oh, okay. See you in a bit, Nicole. Good night, Luke. Yeah, like I'm happy to do reviews too for whatever that's worth, or streams. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not even sure what. Oh, those guys. So, oh yes, that's true. So some of these ghosts didn't show up in this. Oh crap. Some of these ghosts didn't show up in this world earlier. So now that we've looped it, it's gotten a little bit harder. Plus, it's faster. I may just call this one beaten though, because I have no idea if there's like a true ending. I have to Google to figure out if there's like an actual ending to this game, if it'll count. Oh, the super pellets don't last that long either. Wow. That is really unfair and unfortunate. Alright, I think there's a missing dot somewhere. Yikes. Whoa, boy. Okay, here, this one. Yeah, I saw your testing set up with the, Did you buy another AVS to test with? It should work. The NES LCD mod works on my TV. Like I feel like, okay, he's gonna turn. I thought that the Hyperkin thing was, wow, look at that. This is almost unplayable. I thought that the Hyperkin thing was going to be basically the NES LCD mod, but like with a little cartridge adapter. It's also very interesting that it only works on the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combo cartridge. It just seems interesting. I feel like that shouldn't matter. I wonder if somebody could come up with a Game Genie code. No, that probably won't work. Like a Game Genie code that would do the same thing, like set the delay, but I guess it's too specialized to do that. Wow. I don't know if this looks really fast to you guys, but it's really fast to me. Oh, you did. Yeah, I mean, it's just good to have it for you know, if you're going to be testing a bunch of things, like even if you're just testing like one of your new games that you've been putting out, that Retrobit's been putting out, then you need to have something to test it on, because a lot of people are going to be playing it on an FPGA console. Well, I don't know if a lot of people will be, but certainly somebody who's trying to play Duck Hunt on their HD TV is going to be. So I should be able to select that sixth world now that I've unlocked it. Probably you can only do that on the second loop. What is that? A bell? I haven't seen this thing before. Oh. Alright, we're going to switch over to... Unless you guys have something else that you really want me to play, I'm going to switch over to Star Wars on the Famicom. When we lose our last life here. That guy just bailed. The pink one just turned around and like, left. That was weird. Thanks. Oh man, he's just looping me. Oh crap. I like watching Mad Little Pixel's reviews though. Like Ron just gets so, well, he gets so real, but he gets so agitated sometimes too. It's just kind of fun. I gotta watch those reviews. I watch reviews of products that I already own. I don't know if that's weird. It's certainly probably a waste of my time, but I watch, if somebody does an EverDrive review, I'll watch it. If somebody does an AVS review, I watch it. I watch reviews of things I have no intent of ever purchasing, no intention of ever purchasing. I've watched, like, every time one of those analog consoles comes out, oh crap, I watch those reviews, you know. Just like watching product reviews and teardowns and things like that. Oh crap, oh boy. I like that you can kind of just jump in place and he'll like run under you and then take off. That is just really unfair. Star Wars is great, so is Karnoff. Karnoff, did you see me oh, I didn't stream it, but I beat Karnoff. And you're actually absolutely right, Ryan. I really liked it. I should stream it sometime. That was actually one where I left my NES on overnight because I got to a certain point and I wanted to save my progress, and then I kept going. But Karnoff, I actually ended up liking it a lot. A friend from work ran. Makes the product you own more enjoyable seeing it reviewed. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Eduardo. Or makes you appreciate different aspects of it. And sometimes you see things that you didn't really, know about it. Let's see if I can select that. Why is round 6 always unselectable? If it's unselectable, why is it on the screen? What is up with that? And I guess you can't loop it now. I don't get that. It's just showing you that it exists. Whatever. All right. Anyway, we got through all the rounds. I'm gonna Google to see if I ended up actually if I can consider beating this game, consider it having beaten this game or not. But anyway, I guess we're done with this. What if the point of those pills, if you can't eat it, goes 1 second after eating? Absolutely, Wells. Happy New Year, by the way. You watch reviews of things you own all the time. Proper critique is an art form. That's a good point. I like that. All right, Ren. I don't know why I addressed you specifically, Ren. Probably because you're the last person there. I'm going to switch over to Star Wars on the Famicom. So give me 1 second, and I will be right back. Okay. I like that title screen. Hello. I just realized I need to buy, this year I need to buy more sleeves, like NES game sleeves. But I've been thinking about getting some custom ones made, so I should reach out to video game sleeves and see what their prices are like, because I might try to get some custom ones instead. So we'll see. Alright, let's watch this title crawl here. Sounds alright. Period of Civil War, Rebel spaceships, blah blah, striking hidden base, have won their first victory, etc., etc. Mike from Cinemassacre did this game and was not pleased. This one? I think I saw him play this recently. I've been thinking about playing it for a while. I tried it out when I first heard about it, and I loaded it on the EverDrive, but I haven't played much of it. Sleeves? But Darkroom t-shirts don't have sleeves? Oh, and he has sleeves. Right. Huh. It looks like those lasers are bouncing off of the ship and firing backwards towards it, but I guess they're not. This is actually kind of cool. I don't think the NES version does this. Have you seen this before, Nicole? Wait. Oh, okay. It's just story elements here. Okay. Oh, look at that. There's a firing level. Okay, there's a cat on my leg. The Star Wars game. Oh no, I came here to forget how bad Rise of Skywalker was. How can I do that now? Oh, you didn't like that, huh? I have mixed feelings about it. This is cool. There's a stage like this. Alright. I'm here for this. I thought it was all platforming. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Pure hatred. Alright, so I guess I'll do a novice mission. Is my game screen cut off a little bit? I don't know. Let's just try this. This cat is in my way. Sorry, Handel. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. I have not played the NES one. I haven't. I own all the Star Wars games. I'm saving them all for my NES Alphanumeric streams. All right, so slippery controls. Jumping's okay. All right. All right. Select doesn't do anything. Pause. Oh dear. I don't know what these things say. What is this? Okay, I don't think I knew about this stuff. Maybe it's just displaying stats. Oh, come on, cat. Not right now, honey. Jeez. Can't think of another NES game with a difficulty setting. What about Mega Man 2? And DuckTales? Hey, Captain Algebra. The translated ROM. Eduardo, is this like a selection screen? Is there? It looks like I'm supposed to be able to select stuff. All right, I'll mess around with this later on. I didn't even think to try the translated ROM because I wonder if I have the translated ROM on here. You know what? I can check. Let me see if I have that. All right, let's try this again. Let me see if I have a translation of this. I didn't think to check for that. Star Wars, there we go. Let's use that. I don't know which one's better. Gilgalad or Muki Muki and Shinta. Do you guys prefer one or the other? I guess it doesn't really matter, right? So Mega Man 2 has a difficulty setting, but the difficulty setting is normal, which is actually easy mode, and difficult, which is actually the Japanese, like the Famicom version. And DuckTales had a difficulty setting, but that only sets, I think, the number of something about the hit points that you get and how much they hurt you. I did like Pac-Mania Captain Algebra. It's actually pretty good. It gets really hard towards the end. I think I beat it. I'm not sure. I looped it, and then it got faster and harder. And I don't know if that counts as having beaten the game or if you have to do it a certain number of times for it to count. So I have to look that up. So it may or may not be the first game I've beaten this year. We'll see. But yeah, I actually ended up liking Pac-Mania. It controls pretty well. It's fun. It gets very challenging towards the end. All right, so let's try this. I'll just try this one. For some reason, I didn't think you'd need... But that whole title crawl thing was in English. All right, whatever. Novice mission. Luke, help... What? How does she know your name? I liked it better when I thought it said, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Wow. Way to retcon this. Okay. And they stole my droid. Tatooine the desert planet. Alright, so let's see, what is this? Force and friends. Okay, looks like you can upgrade. Cool. I did not use save states captured in algebra, and I cannot rewind on my AVS. Well, awesome, thank you. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright, so the running's a little bit slippery, but the jumping's pretty good. And I have a lightsaber. So, let's see how we do here. Poof. Are these important? Oh, you can move faster with this. Let's see. Or maybe you're invincible? You're not invincible. I don't know what that does. Great. I don't know what that did, but now I have 1 life. So that's awesome. I could not read a translation. I did read, I sort of found that, I found the manual online, and I used Google Translate to take a look at it. Is that Iago? Oh my god, okay. But I didn't look at all these other settings. I only looked at, like, how to control him. It was basically like lightsaber and jumping. Yeah, I don't know who this black guy is, Wells. This black-haired guy is Wells. Game over, jeez. Wrecked your translation. The game drove you slightly bonkers. The pea shooter stage. You have this, the Japanese version, complete in box? That's cool. I kind of want to own the cartridge because it's like this gold. It's a gold card, right? It looks really nice. Or is it silver? Maybe it's silver. I don't remember. It's one of those metals. One of those shiny metals. You should play it. Do you have a Famicom adapter for your NES, Captain Algebra? If you need one, you have a top loader, right? If you need one for your top loader, I can recommend a really good one. It would be the Retro Freak adapter. Oh wait, no, that's for the Famicom slot. That's not for the NES slot. Sorry, never mind. I guess you'd want like the original hardware version of it though, so you'd want to get something out of whatchamacallit, one of the NES cartridges that used it, like Gyromite. So sand pits are opening up. Okay. Can I go in here? Yes, I can. Lightsabers, stormtroopers. Huh, alright. Music's okay, I guess. Oh. I am Sasori Vader. I have your friend here. What? Oh my god, okay. Do I have any power-ups? What the heck are these things? How about you use this? Oh man, okay. How do I use these things? Oh, yeah, there we go. I like this one. Oh, that friend. Yes, that is my friend. Give me him. Thank you. Wait, those guys aren't my friends. Those are Jawas. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can't shoot anything though. I guess you just run into things. What the heck? Oh, come on. That was my special thing. Okay. I don't know how these power-ups work. Did I hate Rise of Skywalker? I did not love Rise of Skywalker. I liked aspects of it pretty well, but I wonder if this game has continues or not. I bet it doesn't, because that would be too hard. Too easy. Who knew that Hey, David Renfrew. Indeed, who knew that Pac-Mania was Star Wars themed? We finished Pac-Mania. Luke, I'm Obi-Wan. I've being held on Kess, okay. Ludicrous speed. Ugh. Game over. Jeez. How about letting me continue? Does this game not have continues? This game does not have continues. This is gonna be rough, guys. Blasters shoot pellets. Yeah, I gotta figure out what all those power-ups do. Alright, well, this is gonna be rough. Alright, I don't even know how I collected. I guess you collect these force crystals. Right? I don't know what all those power-ups do. What? How come I can't jump up there? I thought, oh, you can. Oh, you have to jump at like an angle or something to jump higher. Huh, okay. You have to jump forward or something. Or in a direction, rather. Alright, let's experiment here. What does that do? Doesn't seem to do anything. Great. Oh, there's something in there I need. Is that a 1-up? Yes. I missed that last time. Can I not shoot lasers at him? Oh, I have to go talk to him first. I'm Sasori Vader. I'm your friend here. Why aren't you shooting lasers? Ah! Does that make me faster or something? Stronger? I don't know. I have no idea what any of this stuff does. Starts with sand people carrying RTD2 away and ends with them all in prison together. Yep. And then you free them all. I don't know. I didn't make this. So that's a power up. Yep. Okay. Wow, that jumps high. Ow. It's neat that that's a thing, though. Oh, come on. Sand. It's great. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Nicole. 9 and Rogue One. Stupid bird. Break the wall where that icon is. When I go through into the sand crawler thing. Yeah, I figured that out last time, I think. I don't think these things are things, though. Rogue One... I liked Rogue One more than I thought I would. Oh, come on. But, it just feels like so unnecessary. Is there like wall meat in this game? Probably not. Controls are okay. But no continues is gonna be kind of rough. Although I guess it's not a very long game. So I don't think there's anything in here. Oh yeah, I stepped away. Yeah, I didn't know about the icons until the second time I came through, and then I noticed the one up in there. So here we go. I'm gonna stay up here until that bird arrives. Slowest moving bird, one of those famous Star Wars birds. Any idea what all these power-ups do? I know, what do these things do? Alright, I just know that this thing helps me against this guy, so. I think 8 didn't deserve the massive criticism backlash that it got. Hey, Cabot. On Halo Gaming. Not much going on. We beat Pac-Mania, we think, and now we're playing Star Wars on Famicom. I wish I could update my, I should take this out. I can update my, wish I could update my chat. I mean, oh, hey, can I turn into R2-D2? That's interesting. Alright, so I got this thing. Let's just go like this. Slower speed. Of course, I'm losing all the power-ups. There's no way to get them. I think that would be able to fly over the holes, right? It does. Okay, good. Just kind of close through here. And you drive right on in. And here we're in the Falcon. Alright, this is going to be tricky here. Luke, I'm Obi-Wan. That's a bad translation. I should try the other one. Now, does A and B both do the same thing in terms of firing? Let's see. Oh, what the heck does that do? It's blue. It's weird. Oh dear. Oh, you can target or something? I don't even know what that does. Oh no, game over. Okay, that might be where the game ends, because there doesn't seem to be a continue option here. Hey Adam, Pac-Mania is a very different game than you thought it was. Yeah, it was fun actually. I think we beat it. All right, one is shield. Oh, that's helpful. So probably when the thing flashes, that's a shield. Thanks, Adam. You don't want to miss a stream. You've been in every single one, I think. Hi, Happy New Year. Hope things are going well. Yeah, now we're playing Star Wars on the Famicom. Yeah, Pac-Mania was fun. Check out a little bit of the stream later on when you get a chance, because it was actually pretty good. I liked it anyway. Try to forget the fact that I have work tomorrow morning, so I can't stay up as late as I'd like to. Alright. I have no idea what these power-ups all do, but I know the one that shoots things. I should experiment with them all when I have a chance. Okay, fine. Ow. Or it can't fly through things, can it? No. Okay. It's gonna dive bomb me. Alright, so I know what this thing does, what that does, so I'm just gonna use that. Let's see. What does this do? What? Oh man, that's all glitched out. What the heck happened there? What? That's not supposed to happen, right? Right? Huh. Are you not supposed to oh crap, what the frack happened there? What just happened? What was that? What just happened? Why are there oh, come on. What just happened? I mean, if I progressed through the stage anyway, but I gotta figure out what that thing does. I think I just heard my son wake up. It's a little early for him to be getting up. Alright, I don't know what happened there, but I guess you shouldn't select an icon after you beat Vader. I'm gonna have to look in the manual for this and figure out what those icons do. Yeah, this first stage isn't too hard now, but so I guess the shields that'll be helpful if I can use the shields to block those beams they're attacking me on. Falcon later. Looked like he was about to drop 1977. Right? That was very weird. So sorry, Vader. Alright, I'm not messing with anything but the thing that I know will get me past this guy. So Let's not mess with anything this time. Let's go free them. Not really sure what the point of this is, but okay. How are you folks doing tonight? Pink skies. Alright, so I'm gonna try to remember the shields this time. Alright. Yep, that helps. Thank you. Shields are good. Shields are very good. That's it? Alright. So sorry. Oh, it means scorpion? So I'm on Kess means Kessel the mountain planet. Oh, okay. Kinda lurky, working on festive LTTP randomizer. Oh, neat. Alright, I don't know what any of these things do. Should I try the wings? What is it? Oh, holy cow, look at that. You can do the thing. Alright, that makes sense. I should realize that. Oh, but it only works for a little while and I used up all my force. So that's frustrating. Alright, that makes sense though. What are these things? Can I break that? No. Whoa, that's not smooth. Oh, I needed to use the force to float or something, I bet. Can R2 fly? Let's see. No, R2 was useless. I bet I'm supposed to fly here, but I cannot fly. Oh, okay, I can climb weird stick things. Okay, fine. That makes more sense. It seems weird that they would make me use, like, force stuff when I don't necessarily have. Okay. I guess I'm going over here. That looks like it's gonna hurt. Okay. What does that do? I have a thing. Is that better than a lightsaber? Huh. Alright. I mean, it's different from a lightsaber. These jumps are kind of crappy. Okay. Good grief. Well, the blaster's good here, for sure. Yeah. What the heck is happening here? What? Oh, okay. I don't trust that I won't fall down that waterfall. Have you beaten this, did I? Thank you, Cabot. I guess that's not going to blow up. Okay. I'm firing like a stormtrooper here. Great. It's kind of like Kid Icarus now. Hey, Mass and Power. The swimming level, yikes. Thanks, Cabot. Welcome, As in Power. Yeah, we finished Pac-Mania. We're that good. Not sure if I can defeat that thing. I'm just gonna move on. Oh, really? What other power-ups do I have? I've got... I guess I could freeze time with that one, probably. I'm assuming you can move faster with that first one. I don't know what that lightning thing is, or what that other lightning thing is, though. I guess they all use up force. They all take up force powers. Secret area over there. I like the sound effect of the blaster. Oh, crap. Well, it lets you pick up from the last room, which is nice. Oh, and now I don't have a blaster anymore, so that's not great. Trouble going down this ladder. Go down the ladder. Oh, because I can't. Because I have to step on the ladder in order to go down the ladder. Do I have to go around? I'm guessing I need to go around. No? Use the force, man. Kinda looks like I need to go that way. I saw a way to go left, but oh, okay. Sure, but you can climb on, you can jump on those ladders on the side. Oh. Yikes. So many P games. There are a lot of P games. Okay, here we go. Let's do this again. Chaos Vader. Let's see. Okay, hold. Alright. That was quick. Well. Game over. And there's no continues. Alright, hold on one second, guys. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. There's some commotion. My son came out of his room and came to our bed, and apparently he was sick, so he threw up. But he made it to the bathroom, so that's better than last time when he almost threw up on me in the bed. And he seems to be feeling better now. I don't know. He doesn't have a fever or anything. It's just kind of a weird thing. And the only thing he ate today was the same stuff we all ate. So I don't think it's food poisoning or anything like that. Anyway, I probably won't play for too much longer. I'll make another run, I guess, see if we can figure out what's going on with Obi-Wan there. I'm assuming you have to... So you could free him and get him from the other side, I guess? But then I guess you also have to fight Darth Vader. So, yeah, poor dude. Some bad stuff going on. Yeah, a lot of people are sick. I know in Pennsylvania, here in Pennsylvania, the flu is definitely making the rounds. But he doesn't feel sick otherwise, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, hi, sweetie. But I gotta go walk the dog soon, and tomorrow I do have work, so I should probably not stay up for too much longer. It just feels like I'm on holiday, you know? Because I was off for such a long time, and then today we were off too. Something going on, yeah, for sure. Bad stuff is going around, and bad stuff is going on as well. But we'll play for a little while longer, make another go at this. This is clearly something that's going to take some practice. So that's levitation. That thing glitches your game. At least that's what it did last time. Yeah. I mean, if my wife weren't home right now, I'd be up there with him. He would have come downstairs looking for me probably, and I'd be up there with him. So he would have interrupted a little bit, but definitely try to fit at least one of these streams in a week. And I'm still hoping to do more streams. I need to do more writing this year, though. I've got a couple of book ideas that I need to work on. And those things would be good to work on, so. Okay. Dope. Oh. So let's see. Let's see what that does. What the heck? What did that do? Does it skip you ahead? It skips you back to the beginning of the stage, it looks like. Or the previous stage? Why would you want that? What the why would you want to do that? That's why it glitched out, because I was at the end of the stage. Why? Why is that a power-up? Alright, what does this do? Alright, so am I invincible? Can things not hurt me? Is it a shield? Okay, Vader's gone. Why did that happen? What was that for? Oh, you can jump higher. Oops. Oh, come on. Freaking. Have to get a couple articles out. I'm concluding a study soon. Oh, I need to send you the info on my journal, don't I? I keep forgetting to do that. I will do that. What does this do? Oh, that just makes things explode. Okay. Well, it turns out using a rewind in a classic NES game is a bad idea. That was ridiculous. Why would that power do that? Let's see if we can get through this again. have to watch a walkthrough of this game at some point. Usually don't want to do that until after I've beaten it. Oof, okay. Oh, that was a life. Okay, great. Ugh. Alright, I think we'll call it here. I need to look up some more info about this game. Read the manual maybe. And I feel bad because the kid's not feeling well, and I'm gonna try to go to bed soon, I guess. So, thank you all for joining me on our first stream of the year. And it was fun. And I will be back probably on Friday night. I think Cora may be streaming with me. Rewinds and restores your lives. Is that what it does? I don't know. That's a really good question. I'll have to do some more investigation, I think. Google Translate and a copy of the manual. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah. And hopefully Cora and I will be streaming on Friday night. Maybe, so if she doesn't want to stream, I'll do some more Super Mario Galaxy 2. If she does want to stream, we'll probably do some more Luigi's Mansion, which we abandoned like a year and a half ago or something like that. Or, you know, we'll play Eternal Darkness, or maybe we'll do both Luigi's Mansion and Eternal Darkness. So, I don't know. Yeah, thanks everyone. Yeah, so it's fun. Have a good rest of the week. Have a great New Year, everyone. And I will look for some of you in your streams. And yeah, next week we are playing something with a P. Are we in pinball yet? I think we might be playing pinball games next week. I'm not sure yet. I forget what's on the calendar, but it's a P game, so we'll see. All right, take care, everyone. Good night.